Hi everyone, I'm Mike Hartley, aka Heart of the Midlands, and welcome to a quick HARTbeats episode where today what I want to do is just quickly look at a couple of tools and add-ons for the browser and for Microsoft Office 365 on the desktop, Excel, PowerPoint, Word, that help you with your writing, in terms of your grammar and spelling and language used, and also with accessibility and being able to review accessibility and leave comments. So stick with me and I'll give you a quick whistle stop tour. And first of all up, you can see Microsoft Editor. This comes as a browser extension for Edge and for Chrome. So obviously the Chromium version of Edge, if anybody's still using the old version, won't work. Please don't. And Editor, it gives you just that sense check in terms of your language and grammar and composition. Offers alternative ways of phrasing things and checks just general readability. So if you're a blogger, like me, when I do get round to it, it's really invaluable at just providing me with a bit of a sense check on things. Really good. You can download it. As I say, it's completely free, and when you do, it adds in a little toolbar icon, the swooshing pencil in blue, which if I click on it, tells me what options I've got turned on, because it does the usual thing of the underlines that you click on and pops up. But what I want to really go through is very quickly the options, because there's an option, and the same is in Word and PowerPoint and what have you on the desktop. It's turned off by default, and I am imploring Microsoft to turn this on by default. It should be a conscious decision to turn this off. I have it switched on, and that is the inclusiveness language. It checks for things that we might not be aware of, in terms of the biases that we might put into our writing. Things like age or gender. I mean, you can be writing a training manual or a guide, and if you may refer to the male pronouns far too much, you may say, when the user does this, he does this, and he does that, and when he does this, he will see. And it's a gender bias, and we might not be aware we're doing it. And this just checks for it, and it makes recommendations. So go in to the options for Editor and tick on inclusiveness. The other things it will check are things like socioeconomic, sexual orientation, any racial bias, ethnic slurs that might creep in that you might not even realise are ethnic slurs, any cultural bias or age bias. And it's really invaluable at just giving you that check so that you don't inadvertently publish something or send something out that has language in it that isn't what you mean and doesn't reflect who you are, but you just have done it without even thinking about it. So please switch that on, and then Editor itself will go through and it will just sense check your documents and things like that on the web. Works in things like Word and PowerPoint and Excel on the web. Also works in things like Google Docs. It works in WordPress and other blogging sites, and it's really, really invaluable. It's free. Go grab it. The other one is something that's come out of Microsoft Garage, which is their Black Ops Area 51 secret hush hush people hobbies and moonshot things, and it's accessibility reminder. It's a add-on toolbar, adds a tab to the ribbon in Word, Excel and PowerPoint on the desktop, and it's a really good thing for when you're reviewing documents to just pop in reminders. Check accessibility. This content isn't accessible. Can you please fix it? So you can download it, you can get it. It's very easy to grab, and when you do, I will show you now. You go in to your, in this case, Microsoft Word, and first time you go in, it launches a quick document just to tell you how to install the add-on. I've added an accessibility reminder here because what it does is it gives you this little toolbar, and you can just add in a comment about accessibility or low vision or screen reader or custom comment. You can customize the comment and add links in so you can tell people where to look for advice on how to do it. There's even links to the training on accessibility and details of the accessibility features. And it's just a really good thing to pop that in, that when you're reviewing a document, if the accessibility checker flags something up, you can just go, right, you need to review this. So talking of accessibility checker, the way you get to it is you go to the review tab and you do check accessibility. And please, if it's not ticked, do tick keep accessibility checker running while I work, because it puts this little thing down at the bottom that tells you whether there's nothing to be found or whether you need to investigate accessibility issues. Slight bit of a red face for the garage team on an accessibility tool, in that there are a few things that fail the accessibility checker, but because of the usefulness of this, I'm going to let them off on this one, and it is all about progress, not perfection. So they've built a really useful tool here that works. If you go into PowerPoint, you get the accessibility reminder, and it allows you to add a slide on that just reminds people what to check in their PowerPoint slides. As I say, it also works in Excel as well. I've not got that one open, but it's well worth doing. It's well worth checking. And going back to where I started with Microsoft Editor, that exists here as well. So it's under the Review tab. It's also on the Home tab. You've got the Editor button, and does things like gives you readability statistics, how many words, characters, how easy it is to read the document, and then you can see what style, what is checked. It will make recommendations in the same way as the web one does. So, folks, please go and grab these two things, because they will make your content better. They'll provide you with advice and help clarify bits for you. But more importantly, they will also help flag up and hopefully encourage you to make sure that your content is accessible and that its accessibility is there at the front of your thinking and it's dealt with. So thanks for joining me. I will hopefully see you very, very soon. Keep an eye on my blog site and take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye bye now.